Howdy, Captain.
It's good, bro. How you doing?
Fantastic, bro. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Frame Theory.
Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2. We have a little explaining to do.
We do.
We filmed episode 2 last week and filmed for an hour and a half. Vibes, immaculate. Conversation, perfect. And then AK checked the camera and was like, oh no!
We got the first 10 minutes.
It wasn't filming. The camera overheated.
Yeah.
So this is episode 2.5.
2.5, really.
On paper. But
Yeah. But we're back. We're
back.
Excited. Yeah, we were definitely planning on having an episode out last Sunday.
Yep.
But now you're going to be seeing it this Sunday. So
everything works out the way it's supposed to. And like, look at where we're at right now.
Yep.
This has to be like the coolest garage I've ever been in my entire life. So like, I'm not mad that this is the result of last week.
Exactly. Shout out to my Uncle Buddy for letting us use his amazing garage. He's had this since we were like little kids, and
yeah,
gosh, bro, yeah, it's just the amount of like little things he's kept adding on to it. It started at a certain place, and it was already starting in an amazing place.
Yeah.
But now you just see it, and it's like how, and he welds things. So like a lot of these things he just like puts together.
That's
and
crazy.
Makes it's vibe.
And you guys can't see it. There's like posters all over the wall.
Yeah.
There's license plates, all kinds of signs. There's more neon signs.
Honestly, we may have to do like a little
and just
show them,
yeah.
Just show them like what we're seeing behind like the camera and stuff. Because this is definitely one of those shots where it's like everything in here is kind of like worth the look.
You're seeing like 30% of the garage right now. The other 70% is also insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think it's funny how it all works out. It's like I feel it's like prayer when you pray and you're like, God bless me with this. I want this, and then you think it's like in the palm of your hand, and then it gets taken away from you. And you're upset and you're like, dude.
Well, you know what the funny part is, bro? Is that was literally like, so that was like the first occurrence of like things finally not like working out, you know? So like with that not working out, literally on Sunday, we had like a not mixing, but like a recording session for like Dante.
Yeah.
And we were gonna like run through with that, and then we were also gonna get like his album cover art, like / single cover, right? And that day came. We didn't end up going and recording because, like the guy we were recording with, he was like, I'm not going to be able to do it today. So we were like, damn. And then I was like, well, maybe we could still do the album shoot like later. Pouring outside. Oh, yeah. So then I was like, all right, well, there goes the podcast. Yeah. There goes the album shoot, bro. I was just like, this is just a whirlwind of stuff, bro. And there's been a lot of things hitting the fan a little bit, but we're persevering through all of it.
You almost have to get a little concerned if things are going too well.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like, I don't know. I hate to say that, like, if things are going too well, I'm like, all right, what's gonna happen? It's gonna like come crashing down. But like, if everything's going according to plan, sometimes I'm like, all right, bro, like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, because then if something does go wrong, it's gonna like cause a complete 180. You have to like be able to like pivot, bro. You have to like know how to move when something doesn't go according to plan. I think Mike Tyson said it. He's like, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And like, it may not seem that big to anyone watching, but like having to reschedule the film, AK is editing everything, so it's like like this dude's staying up until 3-4 in the morning.
Both of us are constantly working on content. We're working on things, so it's like time is money for us. Like literally, it's so valuable, and so like. Yeah, like being able to turn this around in a week and like being able to film it like a week after is like, that's like a luxury. Because like, dude, if we didn't have today, I don't know when we would have.
Yeah, honestly, I'm out of town next weekend. Next weekend after that, 4th of July, I'm busy, bro.
It's about to start ramping up, and then
next weekend after that, Conor McGregor fights. I'm not missing Conor McGregor coming back. And then I go out of town after that. Again, so
shoot, man.
It's like this is like literally like the best time to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I think So with that being said, there was a lot of things that we were talking about last week that were amazing.
Dude, it was so
things.
good. It was so good, bro.
We're not ever going to try to like script it or like
Yeah.
kind of replicate it, but there's definitely been some more thinking about what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wanted to kind of like pick your brain. So something that I had been thinking about like a lot recently prior to that shoot was influence, and how like influence plays such a big factor in just like a creative's life, in just like everyone's life in general, right? So like the way that I kind of think about influence is like that's who you kind of are. You know what I mean? The things that you choose to be influenced by, the things that you choose to feed into is exactly the person you're going to become and embody, right? So it's like, for me, I just like took a moment to stop and look around and be kind of like thinking, why is the world like this? You know, like obviously
Every day,
people are so divided on things, but it's like you're also allowing yourself to be so divided.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not able to like have a common ground. It's either like you're with me or you're not, you know? And I feel like that's the way that it kind of goes in a lot of instances. But like, I'm also a big believer in like, good people are good people. You know what I mean? So like, my question to you would be, what do you think are your core influences, and how does that translate to like the person that you are, and as a creative as well?
Let me tap in. I have to do this real fast before I answer, because I did this last week and we had a solid one.
He rated it like a. What did you rate it? 7, 8?
Dude, I think I rated it like a.
Or was that a 9?
I think it was like a 9 2.
Oh, it was a 9.
Okay, so anytime I have an energy drink, you gotta do like the tap, crack, and suck, or slurp. Slurp's probably better. Slurp's a better word for it, bro. So watch. You gotta. Nothing impressive about that, but here's the best part. Ready?
Oh,
hey.
a little bit, a little bit of drip.
a little geyser action there. Yeah, that was a. Give it an 8-9.
An 8-9.
That was crisp.
Honestly, that was pretty good. Hey, well, I don't think, it wasn't as good as the last one.
No, last time was like, it's hard to replicate.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
And that's
Have
delicious.
you tried that one?
Yeah. Do you want to try it? I don't know if you're worried about
I'll take a little swig.
Yeah.
I'll take a little.
112 milligrams of caffeine. It's like equivalent to a cup of coffee. It's called Cherry Frost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is not.
Wake you up a little bit, bro.
That gave me like.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. See, I only drink water, and so then it's like
that's
whenever
that's good, bro.
whenever I like drink something else, it always throws me for like a loop. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot things can be flavored like that.
Yeah. Bro.
Like I forgot drinks can be flavored.
I'll answer the question in here in a sec, but I go through phases where I drink a lot of energy drinks or I drink none at all. And I'm in an in-between stage right now where I'm reintroducing them. And these are like some of my favorite ones because it's not a lot of caffeine. So if like I'm like editing or if I'm like going to the gym, drink one of these. Most of the times it's when I'm editing or when I'm at work. And like I just like dial in that or my NeuroGum. That's like how I stim,
Lock
bro.
in.
Like I know some people it's like Zyn, some people it's straight up pre-workout, bro. Or like something a lot heavier than this, but yeah. Cool. So as far as like what influences me, who influences me, I don't know. I take influence from a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd love to simplify it into a few different things, but like,
what are some of the biggest influences you could think of throughout like your entire life that like have molded you into a creative and just also like as a person too?
This sounds so vague. Hardship. Like,
oh yeah.
Growing up, I had a lot of things that happened within my family, more specifically between like my relationship with me and my dad, that I felt like caused me to grow up a lot quicker. And for many years after, you know, things came to light, I just felt like in a constant state of like trying to figure things out on the go, trying to be like, I'd hate to use this word, but trying to be like a savior for other people and like give my all to them so that like things could get better. And I felt like I was like the Band-Aid for a lot of situations.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a big reason why I like to be creative now, because I'd hate to call it trauma. 'Cause I just feel like it's stuff I've just learned from. That's what it is. But I feel like I take a lot of those feelings, emotions, and like try and portray it in some of the things that I do. Or on the contrary, those feelings that I felt in those moments, I try and replicate the exact opposite of what I was feeling in my videos. So it's like, you know, I felt a lot of pain in these moments. I felt betrayal. I felt confusion. Cool, like in a video, let me make sure somebody has the opportunity to laugh. They have something to look forward to. They feel validated. But also at the same time, I do sometimes, not often, make things that are a little bit more emotional that do stem from like the hurt that I felt in my life. And I want to make things in the future that also replicate that same feeling, not to like for me to relive it or anything, but I think it's a strong feeling, it's a strong emotion, and it's a strong experience. I don't think everyone needs to go through it, but I think it's like important to understand what it's like to be in the valley sometimes. Because I feel like when you understand what it's like to be in the valley, you can enjoy the mountaintops, right? So it's like that's probably one of my bigger inspirations. And I'm kind of glad you asked that, because I was like, I was gonna just say like a YouTuber like Casey Neistat. I love Casey Neistat, and like if I'm talking content, like his content motivates me to make like cool stuff, things that are like exciting but like engaging, and where he has control of the filming style, the editing style, but he's also at the center of his video. That's what I like. I would love to have someone record me and I could just be the center of my video, but I also do like having the power of recording myself.
Exactly.
So like, I know it's a lot different from like my first example, but Casey Neistat, dude, huge inspiration. I'm trying to think of what else. Honestly, it sounds kind of crazy or maybe kind of cliche. Music. Sometimes the way I edit a video, I would say actually 10 times out of 10, the way I edit a video is based off of the music. And sometimes I won't even start editing my video until I have the song that I hear and I know is perfect for the video. I've spent hours sometimes on a video listening to music, and I will not start the video until I have a song that I know is going to work, and I know it's going to work once I hear it. I listen to a bunch of songs, I'm like, that one's close, I'll save it just in case. No, that's not what I want. I hear one and I'm just like, this is it. Save it, drag it over, and then I start editing my video. And like music also gives me a lot of ideas. I will be on TikTok and it's like some dude making like dramatic music in his freaking living room with like bass, violin, piano, all kinds of stuff. And he'll put like a little caption over it, and it'll be like when the main character finds out that he was the villain all along. And that's like what his audio kind of like is trying to portray. But you listen to it and it's so dramatic that like it just starts sparking ideas in my head. And I'm like, ooh, how could I incorporate this into a video? How could maybe I, you know, portray that same thing that he just put in his video, his caption, you know? So music also plays a big part in it too. And I'm sure I could go on for like ever about like what influences me. Those three have to be the strongest though. So I don't know if yours are similar, if yours are like entirely different.
Honestly, I think, I don't know, man. I would say for me, it comes down to my faith. Like my faith is kind of like the stem of like the person I am, which also enroots kind of how I approach my content and just how I like handle my relationships, you know? And so it's kind of like my faith is like the forefront. And then from there, there's so much that comes with faith. You could almost have so much to pull from. And so I would say like a big one for me that I didn't really realize I was like trying to be influenced by, or not trying to be influenced by, but like reaching for, was peace. So I think peace is huge. Like, I don't like things that divide people. Like, I don't like things that make you choose. That's almost like a fork in the road, you know, like politics or I don't even know, like something as simple as like the Drake Kendrick stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That makes you like try to like pick a side. I hate things like that because for me, it's just like obviously I have my personal beliefs, but like I'm never gonna like look at someone and bash them for like what they believe in. You know what I mean? Because I just believe everyone's like their own individual, and I feel like that they should just, if that's how they want to live their life, cool, live it, but also hear the other side. Because if you're blocking out the other side completely, then you're, whatever you believe in, I don't think you're gonna fully understand because you're not able to see it from multiple sides. That's the only way I feel like you could truly understand something, is if you get this perspective and the entire opposite perspective, and then you align them all and create your own belief through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, for me, during the Drake Kendrick stuff, it was like J. Cole. It was J. Cole. And J. Cole is a big, big influence for me, just as far as I would say is he's gone about his career, and just how he carries himself. Like, he's a very peaceful person. He very much is like always trying to stay true to himself, you know, like sticking to his roots. And like, those are just fundamentally like components that I believe are important to instill for myself at least, you know? And so I would definitely say like my faith, J. Cole, and music, obviously. Music is obviously a huge one. I feel like influence is amazing because, like I said, it makes you aware to something that you can like immerse yourself in, and at the same time, you can also take away so much from it by so many perspectives of the thing that you are choosing to immerse yourself in. Yeah. Right? So like, for example, something else that I think that I'm starting to learn is like we're getting the venture stuff going, and like that's really starting to turn, is a lot of these problems are arising, or a lot of these things are coming up that like I didn't foresee, but at the same time, it's like I've lived those paths of like releasing music, things not going great, you know what I mean? And now I'm like getting to see all of our artists starting out and like releasing content and releasing music and stuff. And I'm almost like, okay, I have to put myself in the shoes of this didn't work, this didn't work, this didn't work. Let me study X amount of artists and let me figure out from that what I can gather to not entirely immerse into what someone else is doing, but also take a step back and learn from my experience and bridge the gap between the two. You know what I mean? And so it's like, influence is something that I think is the greatest thing in what makes you who you are. Honestly, I truly believe that. And like I said, whatever you choose to allow yourself to is exactly what you're gonna be and become. And you know, I wish people were just a little more lighthearted nowadays. You know, I wish people had a little bit more light heart in the sense of being able to listen, you know, being able to listen, obviously speak your truth, speak your values, but don't ever try to like diminish someone else for their beliefs, because it's like, you don't know what circumstances they grew up with. You don't know what they went through to get to the point that they are. But at the same time, you can be a light, you can be who you are, and you could have your own influence over them. So by being yourself and truly being your like true self, you can almost immerse that to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so like, it's a tough one because like I think it's so pivotal in life, but that's what I would say about influence.
And it sucks too, because it's like, when it comes to things like politics and whatnot, like it does divide everybody, and like people make it their personality, and like you said, like people don't listen with the intention to hear somebody, they listen with the intent to respond. And so it's like there's always constant division because people are always just ready for a rebuttal, which is dumb. And when it comes to like faith, would you say that you've ever made anything or have wanted to make anything that felt controversial to your faith? And like, did you make it, or did you like stray away from it because like you felt like it was gonna?
That's a great question. Yeah. Because I would say honestly, when I first started making music, I was in a really dark time of my life. Like, I was in a really dark place mentally. I was so immature. And like this, we're talking like 7 years ago, right? So we're talking about like 2019, 2018. And I just remember the intent of my songs being like plotting on like revenge, out for someone, you know what I mean? Not through like action, but like I'm gonna let you know, you know? Or it was like through that. Or or it was through like not ill intent, but just like dark things, you know? Yeah. And so like I was so immersed, not so immersed in it, but it was just like, I always felt like a dark energy, bro. Like it just was with me at all times, bro. And like, I remember this was crazy. Like one time, cause like me and Kino would be making music all the time, like together, especially like when we both first started. And there was one night, dude, where I had just got like my wisdom teeth pulled out. And tough. And it was like the night of, and I was like, well, like I gotta go make this song. Like that was mine and Kino's thing. We're always gonna be making music, you know, like every night, that was our thing. And so I'd go over to his house, we start making music, and I would always tell Kino, I'd be like, bro, like I can feel something like dark. I can feel something bad, like in the presence.
But when you feel it, bro, you can feel it.
And it's weird, bro. And so I was trying to like deal with that for so long, but like this moment, so we got done making like the song, or like we started recording a song or whatever. And then immediately, like right after I said, I feel like something dark is like in our presence or something like that. I don't remember exactly how I worded it. My tooth started bleeding. Bro, I was bleeding out for like 8 to 9 hours. And we're talking morning, like late night, early morning hours. So I couldn't get into a doctor till the morning. And bro, I was bleeding out the entire night. I lost so much blood. Like it wasn't just a little, it was a lot of blood. And I had like a blood clot or something that like went wrong. I don't know. There was like a blood clot that never like healed to be a blood clot, and it was just flowing, dude. And so I was just like, bro, and it happened literally right after I said that, bro. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy, bro. But it was always kind of a thing where when me and Kino would be hanging out making these songs, it was always so late at night. Bro, there would be like gunshots in the, literally right on the other street. Or there would be like people like walking by that were super sketch. And it was just always like a dark energy, but like we never like let ourselves fully embody that. You know what I mean? We always brought like the light side to it, and like both of us had each other to like kind of steer that. You know what I mean? And so like, I know for Kino wouldn't mind me saying any of this, but like Kino is like the most faith-driven person that I know. You know what I mean? And so like that dark energy rooted itself out the more we started developing like our relationship with music, like through our art, right? Because when I first started off, it was kind of like 2016, 2017, right? That's like when I first picked up a camera. I didn't have any intent. Like it was just for fun, you know? And the more I realized I started to love this thing, the more I started to realize, okay, now I need to start telling stories. Now I want to start embodying some of those feelings that I have felt through my life. And like on the contrary, right? Of like the other side of what that feeling is. And so that's exactly what I started to do, bro. And so to give you a long-winded answer, yes, I felt that in the very beginning stages, but now that dark energy and all those dark things, like even the darkest things, bro, I will always try to be like a light. And maybe it's a product because of what it was when I first started this stuff. But I will never, ever let that door come back in. And like, I'm keeping that door closed. So sorry to give you a long-winded answer. But
no, that's totally fine. It's like crazy to hear. I feel like, not all of us, but I feel like a good grip of us have, especially like faith-filled people, have been in a position where you feel something dark, you feel something evil. I feel it in my dreams sometimes. Like that happened the other night where, oh, dude. Well, first things first. I don't know if you know who the Trend Twins are, but there are these two dudes on YouTube who blast steroids. They're like 5'5", and they look like they're straight out of like Gears of War or something, bro. And I was like at a club partying with them. And then I walked off the stage. I walk into the back room, and as I'm walking in, I could have left that first part out. I walk in, bro. My buddy's there, my buddy JJ, and some random dude, and some lady laying down. And the random guy, he's like, call 911, call 911, call 911. And I like looked at my buddy JJ, and he's like grabbing the phone. I like walk in. I was like, do we have an AED anywhere? I was like, I have a tool I can use to like check her pulse. I mean, even though you could just use it, I don't know. I had a tool for it. And I look at JJ and I'm like, you calling the 911? He was like, yeah. I crouched down. This lady's on the bed, lifeless, bro. And like, she's like blue. I'm getting chills just talking about it, bro. And I crouched down next to her and I'm like reaching out the tool. And she opens up her eyes and looks at me in like a creepy voice. She just says, like it was like a demented voice. It was like, lock the doors. And then I was like, huh? I got launched across the room, bro. The door shuts and locks. And I hit the ground. And you just feel this like overwhelming evil energy, like something is right there that you can't see that is just gonna like overtake your body. And like in that moment when I like hit the ground in my dream, I felt like I was actually starting to wake up and like kind of come to. And then I realized I couldn't move my body, and it felt like I was entering like sleep paralysis. And so like as soon as like I understood that, every time I've started to feel sleep paralysis, I've thankfully like been able to get out of it and didn't have to like fully endure it. But I was like, I turned myself over with like every ounce of effort in my body. As soon as I was able to turn myself over, I fully woke up. My girlfriend was just like, my fiance. Sorry guys, I got engaged. Sorry, I forgot.
You did get engaged.
I mentioned it last time, and I guess I thought we were on the same page here. My fiance, she was looking at me. She's like, "You all right?" And I was like, "I just had a nightmare." But it's like, although it's just a dream, bro, the amount of dreams I've had where there's been like an evil entity around that's like coming after me, and like you just feel it, bro, and it's like scary. And I made a video with a couple of my buddies. We rented out one of the most haunted houses in America, and we stayed the night there. We booked it for the night. But it's crazy. Like when we walked through the front door, you don't need, like we didn't feel anything. Like we walked in, we were like, bro, this is about to be evil. Like a bunch of people died there, and walk in and like didn't really feel anything. But then like once all of our equipment started going off, like all right, we kind of started feeling a little bit more. Or at least I did. But for me, I like also was conflicted. Like I felt bad about making that video because I'm like I know I believe in God and I believe in the Bible and the Word, and like going out trying to like provoke evil spirits is like something I know I should not be doing.
It's a dangerous
and it's
place.
like it sucks, yeah, because you're leaving yourself vulnerable. I'm making a video about it, so like I could possibly be promoting it to someone else, but in my head I was like, sick piece of content, dude. One of the most haunted houses in America. I paid for it and I was like, well, I'm not gonna not go. And so like that was a moment for me, and I've done a couple paranormal videos.
No, that makes sense, man.
It conflicts with my faith. I'm like, I want to do more. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's piqued my curiosity a little bit, but like also at the same time, like I have a hard time wanting to make more because I'm like, well, then it just makes it feel like I'm the furthest thing from like a faith-filled man. So
see, but that's like the cool part about having faith, though, is like strong as like you do when you do have faith. You know, is like I said, like even in the darkest.
I'm sorry, bro. I've been trying to get that out for the past 15 minutes.
If you're gonna burp, bro, you gotta burp with your chest.
Bro, it was sitting, it was sitting in here and it's like getting hot, and I'm like, something feels weird, bro. So I've been walking in, and then thankfully there's just some burps. But sorry, bro. I just when I feel it,
first burp on the pod.
When I feel it, I do it. Same thing when I freaking poop, bro. Sorry, TMI. Sorry. I'm
not even gonna ask.
sorry.
But like for real though, that's like the cool part about being like so faith driven. Like I said, like I feel like as long as like you embody that so much and like you are such a light, as long as like you're so strong in your faith that like even if you do put yourself in those type of positions to experience those things, who knows how that works? Because you're talking about like evil spirits and stuff. You're talking about some evil stuff. But like at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Your faith has to almost be like that much more stronger to be in those environments. You know what I mean? To kind of say like, like I watched that video and I thought it was like cool how like Jesus was kind of like doing his thing with like, oh yeah, no.
You can't
or
follow
like,
us. You can't attach yourself to us. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
So like I thought that was super cool because I was like, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's like from like a faith perspective, like that's exactly what it is. Like you have to be so strong in that to push that off, you know?
Yeah.
Like even if you see face to face with whatever this thing is or whatever evil spirit it may be, you have to like look in the face of it and still say like, you couldn't. You literally couldn't.
And I think it's good to like that. If you like, I feel like if you feel conviction, I feel like that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're feeling conviction, odds are you're doing something that you know you probably shouldn't be.
Exactly.
But like, I think to feel conviction, like there is a certain level of faith that you have
Mm-hmm.
in order to feel that feeling. I feel like if you were to like, I don't know, say I was a smoker and I smoked every single day and like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm getting high and feel no conviction, then cool, like it's never going to be wrong to me, and then I'm going to keep doing it, and then I can go down a whole list of things that I might become because of it. But it's like, I do it once. I don't smoke, by the way, guys.
Yep.
I stay the furthest thing away from freaking smoking.
Yep.
But like, if I do it once, it's like, all right, well, I feel convicted. It's like, I know that was wrong, and I know I shouldn't have done it. And that's like kind of how I felt with like some of this stuff, like, because I've done multiple paranormal videos, and I'm like, oh, dude, like, what am I doing? But like, I even talked about it with my boy Jesus. I was like, bro, if we can get another crazy spot, like, I'd be down.
Yeah.
And it's like, but yeah, you also at the same time, like, if you are going to do something like that, which I don't advise anyone to do, I honestly shouldn't even do it. But like, you have to go in with a certain level of like faith. And bro, I'm not going to lie, there was a point where Jesus and my buddy Matt, they left the house to go use the bathroom in like the outhouse area because it had no plumbing, electricity in the house. I was in there by myself and I was terrified. And like that is when you were vulnerable, bro. I was by myself and I didn't realize it until I watched the footage back. But we had cameras in multiple rooms, and in one of the other rooms, the attic where supposedly the killer was hiding, the equipment was going off the entire time I was by myself. And like, it was terrifying. Like when I tell you, like, I've never felt like that kind of fear before. Like I've been scared in other ways, but like that kind of fear of like something is gonna attach itself to me. Like, bro, I felt it so strongly. And it's good to have people around like, hey, Jesus, you can't follow us, you can't be around us. He had his rosary. Like, even at points we were like, well, should you take off your rosary and see if it responds more? And he was like, I'm not doing that. And honestly, I hate the fact that I asked him that question. I don't even know if it's in the video. I'm so thankful he kept it on, bro. But it's crazy too, because we're filming, we're using equipment, and anytime we spoke of God, Jesus, things were going off so much more. And we didn't like do that to try and get like, I don't know, more footage, but we were asking questions towards the end, and like God just kept coming up, and like, dude, the equipment would just like non-stop. And so that was pretty trippy, and that also like made me like understand, which is terrible to say, like there is power in the name of Jesus, and you don't want to say like, I know that because I went ghost hunting and the ghosts were scared. But like, no, it's like everyone bows, and like in that situation, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. Again, that's a rabbit hole I could go down, bro.
No, I get you, man. And I honestly, something that you said, so like, you brought back like something that I used to live by, because like, I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I stopped doing like a lot of those things, like all in like the same period of time. And the reason I stopped was because I started understanding, like, not that like I was probably addicted to smoking at one point, you know, but drinking, definitely never like addicted. It was always like for fun or whatever. But I started noticing patterns that like these things that took me out of the driver's seat in my mind allowed me to be vulnerable, right? It allows you to be vulnerable in a sense of like, because this is a time of my life where I'm going through like a pocket of like trying to get closer with my faith, but also feeling this dark side, you know, and then like not battling, but battling like these addictions through like smoking, vaping, whatever the hell it was, you know? And I started noticing things where, dude, okay, if I'm like smoking or if I'm drinking, I'm not like myself, you know what I mean? You are not yourself. Like it completely like takes you away from being like the person that you truly are. And so then I was like, dude, what am I doing? Like, not knocking anyone who drinks or smokes or whatever, because I know people need to do that for remedies or whatever the hell they need to do it for. But like, for real though, it's like something that takes you so out of your body that it's like, why can't you just sit with yourself? Like, why can't you just sit with yourself and just chill?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like something that also, like, if you are battling like an addiction and you are battling like depression or you're battling anxiety or battling like bad thoughts, it is going to, like, you have to rise. You have to rise. Because if you don't, it is going to keep you down. It is going to keep you down there, and it is going to keep you in a place that you're just going to feel stuck, dude. Yeah. And like, so what I'm saying is like, not that I know everything or whatever, but like, I truly believe allowing yourself to be vulnerable when you're sober is so much more powerful than it is to be drunk or high and talk about things that you don't want to talk about when you're sober. Because then there's a problem. You know what I mean? So like, allowing yourself to just like stay away from that stuff and just stay who you truly are and not be on all these things allows you to be vulnerable from a true place, as opposed to when you're allowing those things to enter the door, because those are things that take you out of your own mind. And then it's like, oof.
And it's like, I've experienced it too, because like, I was never like, I smoked before, but I only ever did it socially with like friends. So I was never smoking on my own or anything. And then I would drink with my friends. And we got to a point where we were like going out every weekend. We were drinking like a decent amount. And you get to a point where you're like kind of over it. And I think you get a lot of interactions where you're influenced by alcohol, by weed, whatever it is. And you have conversations with your friends, people that you meet at these parties, whatever. And you're like having conversations that you wouldn't have sober. And you would like get to a point where you realize, or at least for me, where like I was only ever having these kinds of conversations when I was under the influence. And you kind of like get upset at the fact that like you feel like you can't have that conversation unless you're drunk. And it's like, I don't know, for example, it's like when you're younger, you're 18, 19, you're going out to parties, like as a guy, odds are you're probably trying to meet a girl. You're probably trying to like hook up with somebody.
Exactly.
And to like go out and like drink for, you know, liquid courage and to try and make a move on someone, like, bro, what's cooler than that? Like, go to a bookstore and like run into someone naturally and like bond over, you know, a certain book that you guys like, or pretend to like a book while you're talking to them, you know, in the young adult fantasy section or whatever. It's like, I don't know. There's like, and you said like, you know, I won't knock people for, I'll knock people for like their vices, bro. Like, I don't care. And like, I have my vices too. Everyone has their vices. Does. But like, I truly believe that like substance abuse to
run away from yourself is like a terrible way to do it. Like you'll be left feeling empty in the moments that you are sober. You're bored, you're lonely, you're gonna confide in that, and it's just, you're gonna dig yourself a deeper hole. And the like, come down is so much harder.
Yeah, and like you just feel like crap. And like, again, if you're faith filled, like you're gonna feel more and more conviction. But then like you get deeper and deeper into it, and it's just like, I don't know. People need to understand like your actions have consequences, and if you continue to allow, you know, these addictions or, you know, these weekend parties or, you know, the twice a week smoking, like it's going to catch up with you, and you're going to get to a point where you're like, I wasted a lot of time. I'm nowhere where I want to be. I hate myself. I hate all these relationships I have. And it's going to suck. And then you're going to feel like you're in the deepest of valleys. And maybe I'm being a little like dramatic, but it's like,
no, it's true.
It's going to eat at you. It's going to turn you into a person that you never wanted to be. And so it's like, find healthy vices. Like my buddy Jesus, bro, sometimes like I hate him for it. This dude's always in the gym. And I'm like, bro, experience life a little bit. There's a life outside the gym. Dude, I'm so glad he's in the gym and he's not smoking crack.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Like, this boy could be doing something so bad for himself, yet his vice is something healthy. So it's like I take a step back. It's like, all right, can you really be mad at the guy? He's like, he's trying to watch what he eats. He's trying to, get in a place that's going to better himself physically and mentally. It's like you can't really be mad at him for it. If he was getting off of work and just going and drinking all the time, like I'd be like, what are you doing, bro?
Exactly.
But like, I don't know, bro. You just have to like find something healthy for yourself. You have to be productive with your time. You get one life here on this earth at least.
Nope.
And I know you have dreams. I know you have things you want to strive towards. And it's achievable. But you're the one thing getting in your own way.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't know. What do you want? What do you value more?
Exactly.
Do you value a good life, or do you value temporary sensations or temporary pleasures,
Oh yeah. And like I don't think a lot of people like understand too, like the effects of like, especially like what drinking can do. Like drinking, like you said, it brings out such a false sense of confidence in yourself that it's like when you just have to sit with yourself and you're just sober, if you can't be confident with like in the person that you are, bro, you have a long ways to go. You know what I mean? Like I feel like confidence is like the first thing in almost the pillar of being who you want to be, right? Like you have to have the confidence to say, this is who I am. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't have that confidence within yourself to say it sober, when you're drinking, it's like, bro, that's not even you. That's literally not even you. And I think for a long time for me, I think confidence has always been I've always had confidence, but like it's always been on a wavy kind of path because it's not necessarily like I didn't know who I was or who I am, but it's always been like well, I know what I'm trying to fulfill here. I know what my purpose is here, like, because I've done the work to figure out what I feel like my purpose is on earth, right? And so now it's like, okay, I have the confidence to say this. I am a business owner. Okay, I am a musician. Like, this is me. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, well, that's just like the other side of me. Like, no, this is actually me. And it's going to be like that for a long time. So it's like, when you don't have it figured out and you can't like figure out yourself, you can't be truly confident in the person you are. Like, you may say like, okay, I know who I am today, but it's at the same time, like we talked in the last episode, you're constantly evolving. So you got to keep up with that. You have to constantly keep up with that, because letting that confidence fall to the wayside will get you right back into a hole of like wanting to resort, wanting to go back to smoking, wanting to drink, wanting to do this, that, you know what I mean? And so like, I think confidence is such a key, especially as like an artist, to just maneuver. You got like some tricky waters to maneuver here in today's age where it's everything is so out there and you could see videos about anything. It's like, okay, what is my lane? What do I want this to be? And the only way to truly allow yourself to be that is to figure out who you are, you know? Yeah,
and bro, for a minute, it's kind of crazy because I was living with my buddies, and I think what it was is what it was is like from the beginning of like August of, I don't know, maybe it was like 2023 or 2024. From the beginning of that August all the way up through, I think it was like April of that next year, I drank every single weekend. And with my buddies. And at first I kind of like laughed it off. I was like, bro, we've been drinking every weekend. It's not like I was drinking every day. Like there's some people who are like rely on like alcohol every day. But like I was giving myself any excuse to drink. Hey, do you guys want to go to Canvas? Cool, go get a drink. You guys want to go to Dirty Bourbon? Cool, let's go get a drink. Oh, we're going snowboarding this weekend. Well, we have to drink while we snowboard. And it even got to a point where like once we like kind of finally like relaxed a little bit, like I'm at home and I'm like, I want to drink. Oh, I'm playing games, I want to drink. Oh, I'm editing, I want to drink. I'll go to my buddies, hey, you guys want to go get a drink? And like I would be the one to initiate it. And like I hate feeling like that. And I hated the fact that I was craving it in the slightest. And like it's tough too because I'll tell my friends like, hey guys, I'm chilling on drinking for a while, so like honestly, don't even ask me to get drinks. And they're like, oh, okay. And like, I hate when they say that. It's like, oh, you don't think I can do that because you like know me as a guy who likes to drink. And don't get me wrong, I like to have a celebratory drink, you know, even to this day. But like,
there's a time and a place, though.
Yeah, there's a time and a place, and like, I understand the person that I am when I drink, and I'm never gonna become the person that I need to be by continuing old habits. Mm-hmm. And so it's like this constant internal battle. Like, would you want to be great? Or do you want to be who you are today?
Exactly.
And it's like, shoot, bro. And it's hard because it's like, dude, just chilling, getting home from work, having a drink, maybe a little bit of filming, maybe a little bit of editing. I'm not going to go too hard on it. It's like so easy and like so comfortable. And like somebody hits you up, hey, you want to come do this? Yeah, I got time. Compared to like coming home from work, I got to grab my camera. I got to have this. I got all my gear. Cool, I got to go. I'm going to go film. When I get back, I'm going to make sure all my footage is on my PC. You know, while all of that's getting uploaded to my PC, I'm going to charge this. I'm going to meet up with this person real fast to go over video ideas. And it's like, you're staying busy.
Exactly.
And like, it's hard. It's tiring. Bro, today's been a busy day.
Yep.
And even at one point today, I was like, damn, bro, like, we still got to film this podcast.
Yeah.
And I like took a step back and I was like, no, bro, you wanted to be this busy. You want to be this productive.
Exactly.
And you want to grow. So you're only going to do that when you keep moving and you keep putting one foot after the other. So it's like, yeah, it's a constant battle, bro. Do you want to be great or do you want to be average?
Exactly.
I refuse to be average, bro.
Exactly.
And like,
yep.
I don't know about you, bro. I still have daily habits that like keep me from being my best self.
Absolutely.
And like,
absolutely, bro.
Even like scrolling on my phone, bro. Oh, bro, that's like the biggest waste of time in the world. I watch a video that I'm not gonna remember tomorrow, bro. Yep. And I sit there and I giggle with it and I'm like drooling on my phone and like haven't showered in 3 days. It's like, bro, it's the stupidest thing in the world and I hate it. But I saw a guy, sorry I'm rambling.
No, you're good.
I saw a guy on YouTube who talked about it. He said like when you're like working or even just throughout your day, have a journal on you and keep track of everything that you're doing at what time. So even if you stop editing and you hop on your phone, write down how long you were on your phone for and what you were doing on your phone. And when you look at it, you're going to realize how much time you're wasting throughout your day and how much more productive you can be. And it's going to be like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
So I need to start doing that, bro, because like,
bro,
I just have this vision of myself and he's like looking back at me, he's in a suit and tie, you know, and he looks even more handsome than I do now. And I don't know how that's possible. But it's like, yeah. I just see this version of myself and I'm like, he's already there.
Yeah.
He's right here. And I just like, I literally just have to change a couple of habits, bro. And like, there I am. I don't know.
And that's the great part about the climb, bro.
Yeah.
That is the great part about the climb is like, you'll know. You'll know when that moment hits. And it'll be like, dude, we're here. You know?
But you know what I'm scared of though with that too? Is
complacency.
Yeah. It's like I'm afraid of reaching that point and then being like, oh, I don't have the same drive that I used to. What's my purpose now? And I know we've talked about purpose before, but it's like, that genuinely scares me. And I'm like, in my subconscious mind, I'm like, am I sometimes procrastinating a little bit because like I'm scared for things to like take off and then like not know what to do after that? I was even thinking about it. I was like trying to think about business ideas today. And I'm like, I like that idea, but what if that pops off? And what if you do make a lot of money from it? And it's like, would you take that cash and you just do whatever with it? Or do you keep the grind going, you start another business and you try to 5X that? I don't know, bro. Sorry, now my brain's, oh my gosh, bro.
You're good.
I'm on one right now.
Think about this, okay? So like, it's like when you hit that point, man, it's like with any art, like you have to figure out how to fall back in love with it. You know what I mean? Like, like we've already kind of talked about before too, like, granted, we both have kids someday, you know what I mean? Yeah. And all this content creation and all these videos turn into, let me film my entire kid's life. Yeah. You know, like, let me make my kid a movie for themselves, you know? And like film their journey, man, and like turn it into like something like that. It's constantly like, I know for me, my kid is gonna be picking up like a guitar or a bass. Yeah. 2 years old, like 2 years old, like just shredding. and like getting really musically inclined, because like that's, I don't want to force it upon him, but like I want him or her to have that lane. You know what I mean? If that's what they want to do. You know what I mean? Like I want them to experience, bro. I want them to experiment with this, playing sports, that, you know, like all the different things, because that's the only true way you're ever going to like figure out what you love. Granted, like as a kid, you can figure out what you love like right off the bat. You know what I mean? Like crazily, like we talked about this in the very first time we sat down and we did this, you know, not even like the first episode, but we did on your page. The first time I knew I fell in love with videography was like when I was like 11 years old, 12 years old. No, it was like 11 years old. And my uncle, he made a wedding video for like my parents. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever with how he documented it. Like, it's not like, not knocking anyone's styles with like what they do wedding wise nowadays, but like, it was just different. It was just different, bro. It was like the experience. It was just a different time in life. You know what I mean? So like the way he shot it, and just, I would go back and just watch that video religiously, because I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Fast forward 5 years after that, my uncle's giving me his camera, dude. And I was like, yo, this might be like my calling. Like this might be something that I need to be here for and to tackle, you know what I mean? And so like, that's when I started putting the pieces together, and I was like, okay, I love that. And so like, I honestly think it's crucial to look back on that moment that you first fell in love with the thing, because it takes you back to that moment. And it's like, that moment is so special when you realize that you really love and are passionate about something, because it's like, yo, that's why we're here. Like, I gotta continue to grow. I gotta continue to develop. I can't let this piece get away from me. It's like love. It's literally just like love in general with your relationship. You know what I mean? All your relationships. You gotta think back to those first moments of like, that's when I knew he was like my boy. Or like, oh, that's when I knew she was my girl. You know what I mean? Because those are the moments, regardless what happens throughout it, if you can keep that and have that love so undoubtedly in your heart from that moment, then it's like, that's how you know you truly love someone, and you won't let anything come between that. You know what I mean? And it's just like art, translates over. You can't let anything come in between that moment right there when you first started falling in love with it. And like, you just got to create that sense of love, because it is a scary thing, bro. It is a scary thing.
Also, sorry, side note, if I keep looking at the camera, I apologize. I'm just terrified that this camera's going to shut off. So like, I'm just
same.
Do my due diligence. Isn't it crazy though? Like as kids, you're taught to like shoot for the stars and like be whatever you want to be in. So it's like the cliche stuff. Like kids want to be astronauts. I wanted to be a professional baseball player. As you get older, you're told that like that's not possible, and you're told to be realistic. Why in the hell would I want to be realistic?
Oh yeah.
And then like, sorry, let me rephrase that. Being an astronaut, being a professional baseball player, it is realistic.
It is realistic.
Anybody can achieve it. It might be harder for me to be a baseball player because I'm allergic to the sun, but it's like, bro, there's a way around it. Like if you want to make something happen, like you can make something happen. And I hate the fact that like as we got older, we were like convinced that like we are meant to live
in a system,
a life that everybody else lives in. Exactly. And that's like why I pursue content so hard. And I don't care how old I am, bro. I'm almost at the ripe age of 30, but it's like I could post a video tomorrow and like change my life forever. And I've wanted to do content for so long. In my one life on this earth, like why would I not want to do the thing that like I'm passionate about? Because you can also create a platform that can like change a lot of lives too.
Exactly.
And like everyone's different with their content. There's some people who make dumb, cringy content. Some of my stuff is cringy, but like my whole goal is like hopefully to make somebody laugh, or hopefully to like encourage somebody to like pursue what they're passionate about. Right?
Yeah, bro. Someone's having a bad day. They see something like that. It could brighten their whole day. Dude, it can make them laugh. Bro.
If I can get one person to laugh, I achieve my goal. If I can get one person to be like, you know what, like, let me pick up the camera, or let me go start doing drills outside with the cones that I have in my garage. Like, that's success in my books. I have so many different definitions of success. That's one of them.
So like, I guess before you go on, I was gonna ask you. So what would you say is like I might have asked you this before, but like, what is a core intent that you want to like capture throughout your content creation? Like emotion wise, like what is one emotion that like you're like, that has to kind of be universal amongst all of my videos at a certain point? Like, what is that emotion you're trying to pull?
Nobody ever asked me that, bro. It's like hard to think if I've like even put thought into a question like that. But
because like, what's the one thing that gets you?
Honestly, bro, it's like, what gets me is like storytelling. Someone who knows like how to like tell a good story, because like it keeps you intrigued. So like, I guess like for me, it's like setting an environment or a scene that somebody else could picture themselves in. So like, for example, like some of the videos I'm making right now, it's like better than the average man. So am I better than the average man at A, B, or C? One of them was like running the 40-yard dash. And like, although it may seem like a dumb little video, it's like somebody might watch it and be like, oh, dude, I wonder how fast I am.
Yeah.
I had somebody who hit me up and he was like, dude, I'm going to go run the 40-yard dash tomorrow. I was like, well, you have to let me know how you do. He's like, I'll let you know. And so it's like almost like a call to action, but it's not like, some of it might be more serious, like pursue your dreams, this, that, and the other. And someone's like, you know what, I will pursue my dreams. And they start, buying the equipment that they always wanted there. But maybe it's like a call to action, like to get somebody outside of the house, to get out of their own head, right? So it's like, oh, can I throw a baseball faster than 50 miles per hour? Cool, let me go try it. And like, it's just like, you get outside, you get off your phone, you be a human for a little bit, and you kind of experience life the way it's supposed to be experienced, right? So I think that's like kind of like what I want to convey in my videos. It's like, there's life to experience, go have fun, do whatever the hell you want, and don't care what people think about you.
That's amazing.
And I think I'm getting better at that. Like when I film, I was really weird about filming in front of other people, whether it was like in my room in a controlled environment, or if it was out in public, especially out in public. But like last night we filmed a video at a Ninja Warrior gym, and that's like a video I'm editing right now. It's gonna be out this weekend. And there was like people in there like doing obstacles and stuff, and like I'm out here like trying to climb and stuff, jumping on things and like swinging around. Like I didn't care about what any of them thought of me, bro. And like life's better that way, bro, when you don't care. So it's like, if I can portray just like that freedom that I have sometimes in the video, like I hope somebody can take that and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And
exactly.
Like, obviously in a good way.
Yeah, just be themselves.
I don't want someone to watch my video and be like, you know what, he's right, I can do whatever I want, and then just go like shoot a bunch of people, or like I want them to be like inspired.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that was like a long answer, but
no, I get you. I get you. I would say like for me, it's like I want to get you just like thinking.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
like I just want to get you thinking. Like if I could just get you to think. Yeah. Like I just want to make something that's just like, what's going on? Like you know, like what? I don't know. Like not even like a light feeling or like a dark feeling. Just like a place that's like in the middle. Just gets you to like think. Yeah. Talk to yourself. Like literally talk to yourself, bro. Like I don't know. I think talking to yourself is like so pivotal, bro. Like I don't know how people can't talk to themselves. Like I feel like I'm like realistically, I feel like I'm like my own best friend. Like a lot of the times,
I talk
bro.
to myself a lot.
All the time, bro.
I
like,
did it today.
All the time.
Oh yeah. I was driving home from work. I don't know if you ever do this, bro. I'm like playing out scenarios in my head while I'm driving, and sometimes I speak out loud, like I'm having a conversation with somebody. The more I'm saying it now, I'm like, I don't know if anyone else does this. I'm driving, bro, and I'm having conversations in my head. Maybe I'm schizophrenic. And I like start talking out loud as if I'm talking to somebody, and then like I have to like realize what's going on. I'm like, oh dude, I'm crazy. But the person next to me driving probably thinks I'm singing a song or I'm on the phone. Yeah. But yeah, you kind of have to be your own best friend sometimes. You do, man, because like at the end of the day, you're your own person, and you're going to be the only person that holds yourself accountable, because you're the only person who truly knows who you are. So like, which is scary.
And it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of responsibility to be a good person. Like the smallest actions in your day literally determine, did you do good today by your standards or did you not? You know what I mean? Simple as eating. Simple as, oh, I went and did something active. Like those things, man, determine so much for a standard, and then creating a standard for a practice and a process. Like everything is so delicate, bro. Everything is so delicate. And like, oh man, life is crazy. Life is crazy, bro. But it's so exciting. That's why, like, for me, I never get like, not never, but like, it's hard for me to get like, whatever, about things in general. Like, no, to me, it's always like, no, that is something, or like, we could do that better, or I could do that better, or this, that, you know, like it's constantly something where I'm like I told you last time, like I'll be sitting there, I'm quiet. There's a million different like conversations happening in my head when I choose to talk to myself, like, and it's constant.
Dude, I analyze everything I do, and it's funny because sometimes my fiance, my fiance, like, there's times where like I did 100 things in one day, and I'm like, dude, I am not doing enough. Like, I should be here. I should be doing this. And she's like, I think you're doing good. And you're like doing this, this, and this. And it's like, it's awesome that you have that perspective, because like for me, like, I'm so far off from where I need to be. And like, that's the thing. It's like, I look at myself in a different way that you look at me. And everyone has a different version of me.
Exactly.
Only I know who like I truly am, which does hold like a lot of weight. But it's like same thing where it's like I analyze everything I do in a day, and it's like I could have done that better. Or like I watched something that I filmed a year ago, I could have done X, Y, and Z. Next morning I wake up and I'm like, oof, I spent 30 minutes on my phone before I fell asleep. Like I could have gone to bed 30 minutes earlier and felt a little bit more refreshed this morning. Like literally, like, everything I do, like I'm analyzing. And I'm like, there's not a moment, like, dude, I get mad at myself constantly. Like I'm like on the phone, like just like scrolling, and I'm like, what am I doing? And like, I'm so aware of everything that's going on. Maybe that's causing extra stress in my life, but it's like, I think it is important, because I'd hate to live a life where I'm like, I don't care about what I'm doing, and like,
I think it is important to remind yourself at the end of the day, though, like, you did great. Like, you did what you could.
I'm working on it.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's hard for me.
That's why it's like, that's a practice that I've implemented for so long, to just like remind myself, like, even if there's a million things and my mind won't shut the hell up when I'm going to bed, like if there's still a million things I need to get done, I'm like, you did everything you could today. Like, I could probably go, but I'm not going to be able to get any sleep tonight. And if I do like start diving back into this or that, you did good today, get the rest, and go at it harder tomorrow. You'll be able to give it a better effort tomorrow. Like I give myself those constant reminders of like, because it's a never-ending list. Dude. It is constantly a never-ending list when you hold yourself to a standard and you're trying to be great, but you also like to not lose your mind and to not get discouraged and like pull yourself down almost. You have to kind of like remind yourself you were doing great. You know what I mean?
Kudos to you, bro, because that's one of the harder things for me. Like I really struggle to like, give myself flowers and like give credit where credit's due. Because for me, it's always like, you could be doing better. And so it's like, I've been working on like expressing gratitude a lot more with my fiance. And that like helps, I think. But like, I'm constantly like, you could be doing better at this. So like, I could give myself some grace here and there, and appreciate the work I've done.
The one constant though is like, you got to say like for myself too, like internally, like I always like with those reminders, I got to say like, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like regardless, it's going to happen. Like I'm going to make it happen.
One thing I've also tried to work on too is like working on how I phrase things, because I've even tried it. This one's really hard for me, and sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm terrible with it. More often than not, I feel like I'm bad at it. But telling myself that I'm already doing it rather than telling myself it's going to happen. Because I feel like when I tell myself it's going to happen, I'm implying that like I'm waiting for it to happen in a future time, and like I delay it almost. I feel like when I tell myself like it's happening, like, oh, like I'm already making crazy films and I'm already producing the next big thing with this person. Like I'm like speaking it into existence, right? So it's like it's hard, but I think that's like a good thing to practice because it's like you are rewiring your brain to think that, oh, I'm already doing it.
Exactly.
I'm already the successful version of myself. I just have to like keep doing it and picking up the pace and like strive to be 1% better every single day.
No, exactly.
Like, I don't know.
No, that's. I'm glad you said that because like I do tell myself that too. Like it is happening. Like I've been telling everyone, part of VNTRE, outside of VNTRE, it's happening. But like when I say it's gonna happen, it's gonna be like that moment. You know what I mean? Like that moment when you know, like it's undoubtedly like a question anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like that's like my reminder when I say it's gonna happen. Like I know it's happening.
Yeah.
But that's like.
Or there's that moment that you know is coming where it's like there's gonna be a second of like realization where it's like I'm in the middle of like the biggest growth that I probably will ever experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
So I honestly kind of like that question. Honestly, is like, what would you say within like the past, let's say 2 years, okay? What's been the biggest mental thing that you have worked on internally that is now undoubtedly instilled in you over the past 2 years?
This one's like hard because it's not even directly tied to like creative work.
Yep.
It's a little personal. It's like how do I want to phrase this? It's you can forgive somebody without maintaining a relationship with them. I think forgiveness is extremely important, and I think that there's no need for us to carry unnecessary weight, and life's a lot better when you can forgive someone, even if, you know, they've hurt you pretty deeply. You need to learn to forgive yourself as well if you've hurt somebody deeply. But if somebody's really hurt you, I think it's important to forgive them. Release that pain, that hurt from your heart, and live your life. But that does not mean you have to go back to having a relationship with this person.
Exactly.
And that could be, you know, a romantic relationship, that could be a friendship, that could be someone in your family. But release that from your heart so that you can continue to experience life the way it's meant to be.
Yep.
And I think, you know, if someone's hurt you really bad, they'll appreciate it. And I think you'd hope that they'd understand that you don't need to have a relationship anymore. They won't always, but there's no need to keep people in your life that are not going to help you grow.
And there's no reason to keep those feelings.
Yeah, and there's no need for it. And like,
because it's only holding you back.
Yeah, and like just pray about it. Like I prayed to God and, you know, asked God to give me the power just to forgive someone that hurt me really badly for like a year straight, and got to a point where I finally felt like I was able to forgive him. And it wasn't until recently where I told him, I was like, hey, like I forgive you, but like I need you to understand that like this probably means like we'll never have a relationship. Like I'm doing a lot of stuff right now that I need to focus on, and I don't think having a relationship with you is going to benefit me. And it's like not easy, but also at the same time, like weight's kind of off my shoulders.
It's important for self-growth.
Yeah, and it's like hard, but it's like it's necessary. So.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like it brings you peace. Like it literally brings you peace internally, man. And like I think that is so crucial, man. Because like that weight that you carry, like the bad weight that you carry is the weight that will keep you back. It will hold you back from getting out of your own way in so many capacities in the slightest. So like working on those things is so pivotal just to get out of your own way a lot of the times. Like I think it is so pivotal to just like speak your mind, and like you said, like if you're forgiving someone, you need to let it be known exactly that you're forgiving them, but you're speaking your mind.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's also like you said, freeing, and it allows you to put that behind you once and for all.
Yeah, you don't have to like really worry about it anymore. And there might be a moment where you worry about it a little bit, or you thinking about it. Like, I'm not saying just because you forgave someone that you're never going to think about it again, but like it really does a lot for your mental. When you like really relinquish that to God, and you know, you're able to forgive. Like I want to live with so much peace and forgiveness, bro, that like, yeah, somebody hits me on my cheek and I turn the other cheek so they can do it again, bro. It's like, it's like, not to say like I need people to take advantage of me, but like I want to be at so peace that like there's not really anything that's going to like phase me or like get in my way of, you know, what I'm trying to achieve, but also my relationship with God. Yeah. So I don't know what you would say for like the past 2 years, but
that's huge, bro. I would honestly say over the past 2 years, oh my gosh, there's been a whirlwind.
We were young kids 2 years ago, bro.
We were early 20s a couple years
I was
ago. We mid-20s.
I was mid-20s.
No, I was early 20s. But like, for real, dude, I would say, honestly, the biggest one, wow. Would be like being yourself, undoubtedly. Like, to be honest, like, because I don't know, man. I just feel like I've always, like I said, I've been on a journey of trying to figure out who the hell I am. I always was until a certain point. And then I was like, hold up. Let me insert these practices into my life, implement them, figure out that process, what came from that process, question, talk about it, what's next, do it all over again, and continue that pattern. And that like allowed me to figure out who I am, especially with my faith. Like I understood like this, I don't think we've talked about this, but I truly believe like this time around with like the creative stuff, I'm feeling it so much more because I put in so much work on myself through my faith that I'm being rewarded almost by God. You know what I mean? Like that's truly like my internal belief, because it's like I have done everything that I could to this moment. Not everything, but like the majority of things, and acknowledge so much that allows me to be the person I am through my faith, and letting it come from such a place of purity that is who I am now. You know what I mean? And like, that's not going anywhere. So like just letting that take over has allowed me to like, in the 2.0 episode that didn't ever get finished, 2.5 is hopefully still going. Like we talked about this a little bit in the sense of that being a factor into like timing, right? Like how I was telling you, like how things that I've thought about and envisioned for so long that I thought had been years away or years earlier are now all lining up so perfectly, and I can't even describe how it's happening. It's just happening, you know what I mean? But I truly believe it all stems from me putting in the work on myself through my faith, and just wearing that and having the purest of actions I possibly could. You know what I mean? I will be the first person, even if like I know I'm not in the wrong, I will take accountability. I will let you know what I feel about the whole situation, but I will take accountability because it's like something that I know they feel I'm in the wrong. So if they feel I'm in the wrong, I'm gonna say, yeah, I could do better at doing this, or maybe conveying this message, but at the same time, everything I just told you is exactly what it is for what I see, and it's not like ever ill intent. It's always like, that's what I see. You know what I mean? Like, that is what it is, whether you want to face it or not. Because I'm not just one of these people out here that is like not observing or not like like I told you before. Like, I will break you down in the sense of who you are.
Yeah.
And so like that's where it stems from. So I will speak my mind, but I will also take accountability because I always know I could do a better job at leading. I know I could do a better job at being a person. I know I could do a better job in so many capacities. But also, just know everything I'm telling you is coming from the place of the most pure thing that I could possibly tell you through like what I see. You know what I mean? Through the love that I have for these people by what I'm observing. You know what I mean? Like, to fully know someone. And so like,
I feel like you understand that like you have to take accountability for things, and like know when you're in the wrong, that like there's room to pivot and to learn and to, you know, become more approachable, become more malleable. Like you said, like I think that makes you a good leader, and you like when you also understand that like I can become a better leader than what I am right now. Like you're in a good spot, right? And
exactly.
You have to be able to adapt and evolve. I hate the saying of like someone being like, oh, like you changed. I hope I changed.
Yep.
I don't want to be the same person my whole life. I want to be a better version of myself every single day. And like you said, like I'm going to speak my mind. Sometimes you might say something that doesn't sit right with somebody, but it's like you're being who you are. It's like you're being authentic. You know?
Yeah.
And then
authentic.
That's like the most important thing is like be who you are, bro. Express yourself for who you are.
Exactly.
You're never gonna get a crowd of 100 people and every single one of them is gonna agree with you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, it's never the case. You're gonna have people that are gonna disagree with you, and guess what? That's life.
But if you know yourself, if you know yourself truly, and you're able to embody that to that people of 100 person audience, you're going to be able to gauge so many of them because of you knowing yourself and embodying that. Right.
And you can remain like unfazed, and you'd hope that like people could also learn from that too. Like those people that disagree with you, they're like, oh look, we do disagree, and I'm screaming at him right now because he doesn't believe in what I believe in, but he is treating me with like the most care and love right now. Like maybe I need to like realize like how I approach these conversations.
Exactly.
And sometimes when people get heated, like they're not gonna think about that whatsoever until maybe like a year down the line. But it's like, be yourself, dude. Never try and be somebody else.
Exactly.
Like, if there's any advice I could give someone, bro, it's like, just learn who you are. Try out everything and just be you and like love that. Like enjoy it. There's nothing cooler than just like being yourself and loving yourself, like who you are and like what you're doing. Because like, excuse me. Although like,
number 2.
Although I like get frustrated with myself, I do love like the content I put out, and I do love how passionate I am about that stuff. And like,
do you love the person you've become?
Oh, sorry. Guys, I'm gassy. Just be thankful it's coming out of this end, bro. Yeah, I would say so. But like, there's still so much work to be done. So it's like, do I ever think I'm gonna reach a point where I'm fully satisfied with myself? I don't know. Because I feel like I'll be in a constant battle to be a better version. It's like Matthew McConaughey when he said that somebody asked him who his like idol is, and he was like, it's me in 10 years. And 10 years later, that person was like, oh, are you your idol? And he was like, no, that's me 10 years down the line. He's like, well, I thought you said that 10 years ago. He's like, it's always going to be 10 years down the line. It's like, I think I'm always going to be chasing the best version of myself. So will I ever be fully satisfied? I don't know. But like, I have grown to like the person I am. I look at previous versions of myself, and I'm not entirely fond of them. But I'm not mad that is who I was. Exactly. I'm thankful because I learned from him. And like, that's part of me. So it's like, I can hate things that I've said or things that I've done, the person that I was, but like, I really don't regret it. And like, I honestly like, I can't really hate them because like, I was learning, I was growing, and like, if I would have experienced things differently, like I wouldn't be who I am right now. I'd be a different version of myself, and I like who I am right now, and I like what I'm striving to be. So it's like, it's interesting, but like, you gotta learn to like not regret things and like just like embrace what is and what it's to come. Like, and also like don't embrace what's to come too much, because like,
Oh yeah.
if you do that, you fail to live in the moment. And when you reminisce too much on the past, you fail to live in the moment. So it's like, tomorrow will come. Still set long-term goals.
Yep.
So you're setting yourself up for success. But like, understand that you are here right now. So be present. Understand what's going on around you. Cherish it, value it, and turn it into something greater in the future. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know what that turned into right now, but like,
Yeah,
I just felt like I just was saying whatever.
No,
came.
no, I get you, bro. I get you. I definitely get you. I think it's so important to be present. It's also so important to have patience.
Yeah.
Patience is a huge one, bro. I think patience is like one where it's like being present, it almost is so complementary with like being patient at the same time, because it's like you just gotta be right now. It'll come.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like exactly what we've been talking about almost this whole time.
Yeah.
It'll come. It'll come.
It'll come. So if you had a message for the peeps, kind of like how we did in episode 1, to like send them off with, like something to like, I don't know, motivate them, encourage them to, I don't know, maybe like a life lesson that you feel like you could teach them. Like, what's something that you could just like leave them with that you think is like beneficial?
I'm gonna do a couple.
Yeah, please.
I think I would like to challenge people to listen to the other side of what your belief is. So whatever you believe in, have a conversation with someone, hear what they have to say on the topic, and just listen. And like, don't react, just listen. And I promise, I think it'll be a lot better than just being responsive and being reactive, because when you're reactive, it's only gonna pull these emotions that you already have built internally that are just gonna come out, and they're just gonna stop you from ever hearing what the other side of it, so that way you could understand what the other side of it is. So that would be my first one. And then I would honestly say the second one is talk to yourself. Talk to yourself internally. Ask yourself, are you happy? Ask yourself, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? How did you get here? Ask yourself these things just as a person, also as a creator, if you're a creator, and come up with some answers and make some true definition, or define yourself. Define yourself and what you want to be, and chase that. And that's what I would say, honestly. Those are the two things. What would you say?
Beautiful. The best experiences in life are on the opposite side of fear. And I think it's just like time to take the risk and to experience what life has been trying to offer to you this entire time. You're scared, I understand, but once you get to that point in your life where you're achieving those goals that you always envisioned for yourself, you're gonna ask yourself why you didn't start sooner. And like, there's just so much that can happen for you in a positive manner, or in a positive light, and it's waiting right behind that door. You just have to unlock it and open the door. So take the next step, whatever that may be, whether it's doing research, whether it's buying the equipment, whether it's practicing every day for an hour for the next year. Start, and then thank yourself in 10 years from now. You'll be so grateful that you started. It's time to fully pursue your dreams and just become the person that you've always wanted to.
Don't let anything get in your way.
Zilch.
Don't let anything get in your way.
Nada.
Make it happen.
And if you made it this far in the video, freaking comment bomba clap, and we'll know who the real ones are.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man. This is, okay, so to kind of give a little backstory too, to wrap it up. We want to do these episodes outside, strictly outside. always at someplace different. But for those Albuquerque peeps, you guys know the weather's been nuts. I don't want to put the camera out there in the wind. I don't want to do all that. So maybe we'll be indoors next time. Maybe we'll be outdoors next time. But I don't know if we'll get another backdrop like this for a little bit.
No, this one's cool. But yeah, the weather's been bullcrap. It's hard to film in some of these conditions because, like, I don't know what it is. It's like the time that we need to film, it's like always windy. Lights are like falling over because of the wind. It's yeah. So
literally,
I don't know. It's still a cool backdrop. It's still, honestly, as long as it's a good conversation and like someone could take something from it, who cares where we are, bro?
Exactly.
We can be in a prison cell, bro, and like someone's getting shanked right next to us. But like,
bro, that would be crazy.
As long as we got a good message, bro. Like,
we just had some jumpsuits on, bro.
Yeah.
We were in a prison
some
cell.
cuffs,
We did
bro.
a podcast.
I'll do it from like a little toilet seat in there, bro.
Dude, yeah, and then maybe it's coming out the other end.
Oh, put the mic on the. Never mind.
We're done. We're done.
All right. Well, episode 2.
VNTRE, episode 2, baby. There we go.
We'll see you next time.
All right, bro.